Hey, so I get asked all the time, why do we not have enough houses? Why is there such a housing shortage? What is contributing to that, right? It is an issue here in Denver and Colorado, but also on a national scale. So let's talk a little bit about new construction. Take a look at this bar graph. It actually shows the number of homes that were being built over the last century broken out by decade. And what's interesting is that in 2010 to 2019, we were building at the same pace as we did in the 1930s. And if you remember, that's during the Great Depression. Isn't that nuts? On top of that, we had half the population in the 30s as we do today. Gosh, we are just not keeping pace, right? And what else is contributing to that? Well, the cost of materials is pretty pricey, whether you're talking about lumber or copper or metals, anything that needs to go in a home. We have supply chain issues, especially during COVID, trying to get things like appliances and, just things that go in your house. We also have a shortage of skilled labor. And when I say skilled labor, I'm referring to folks that put together a home, like framers, masons, electricians, plumbers, all the skilled labor that you need to build a home. Layer on top of that, just a lack of new building sites, and the cost of a tap just to get water is $50,000. Gosh, it gets pretty pricey pretty quickly, right? So then you look at our Denver metro area, we have a pretty young population. So what does that mean? We have a lot more births than we do deaths. I hate to sound morbid, but that's the case. So we have a growing population here in our area. Well, when you have a lack of supply and a lot of demand, what does that mean? Prices are going to go up. Home prices, we anticipate, are going to continue to appreciate over the next 3 to 5 years. And a funny part about that too is when home prices go up, well, some people just choose not to buy a house. And what do? They get roommates. They go rent. What happens to rent prices? They go up as well. So when was the best time to buy a house? The first time you thought about doing so. When's the next best time to buy a house? Right now, because you know what? Interest rates are still very favorable for buyers. And we really anticipate prices going up. We don't see us being in a bubble because we have a lot of demand here in Colorado. So if you want to go house hunting, you know who to call. I'd be happy to answer your questions and get you set up to be a homeowner.